What's up guys, you're watching Tug TV. So as part of the MODcaster project that we've been working on, a quick recap on it, we had purchased ourselves a Chinese make guitar by the name of an Amaze. And the objective was to see if we can take a cheap guitar and bring it to a level of a company make guitar.
And also the factor was we wanted to put it against, a worthy competitor and see how well or bad it kind of sounded in front of it. So that was the main objective when we started off this project.
So let's talk about the overall process here. We did most of our homework and we had got almost all the stuff and components from the online market. The planned modifications were both cosmetic as well as functional. The biggest change functionally being the pickups. We imported the Fender Tex-Mex pickups from the United States, and that's what we have gone ahead and put into this guitar of ours. Apart from that, we introduced a kill switch. We changed the overall electronics from a single volume two-tone to single volume single tone. Apart from that, we have saddles that we were going to change, and then of course the cosmetic parts, which are the pick guards,
the volume knobs
covers,
which we had,
volume knobs, and all that stuff. We also had to change the 5-way switch because the 5-way switch that came with this guitar was a PCB type, and that's not suitable to what we were doing.
So we did encounter a few problems when we were trying to put together with the guitar, and this was both due to one, components which were not fitting all that well, and the factor that the body could not sustain a couple of components to be put inside it.
The first niggle that we faced was we were not able to put the push-pull port because there was not enough space in the body to accommodate that.
Yeah, the cavity which was provided was
way
just
too
too
small,
small,
and
you actually just had to use like a normal pot. Other than that, we couldn't fit anything else into it.
Not to mention, this being a Chinese make, we did not want to drill because we have absolutely no idea of what wood that is made of. And that could have led to adverse problems, which is
exactly destroying the dexterity of the body kind of leads to a lot of other problems.
That's right, and if it chips, then our project is. Apart from this, few more small nuances. One is the knobs, the black knobs that we had got, which were Les Paul style, did not fit on
the pots which we have.
We had to go ahead and use the old knobs itself.
Not that we didn't try it out, but then we did try to kind of shave off the interiors, kind of.
We did shaving that off, drilling it.
Yeah, but it didn't come up to anything what how we hoped it for.
Yeah, that's right. And we had a small problem where we were trying to force it to fit, and that resulted in a minor crack on the pick guard. Nothing too ghastly, as you can see. It's just a really small scratch over there, but nothing we can't live without. Apart from this, the black pickup covers that we got, only one of them fit.
Yeah, out of 3, just one fits. This kind of shows you the quality of make over there.
Yeah, these are things that are going to happen, especially also the fact that we have bought relatively cheap, unbranded Chinese stuff. So it happens, it's normal. But because of which, there were a lot of changes we had to do on the fly. So we changed the aesthetic now to include a very black and white sort of combination going on. Initially the plan was to have a more black aesthetic. Now it's a combination of black and white. Of course you will find out what it looks like. Apart from this, the kill switch also was slightly big for the pick guard, so we had to drill the pick guard.
This was, we were trying to place it in the place of a pot, and the shaft was just too wide enough for it, so we kind of had to drill as it do.
That's right. So luckily nothing happened there, and we must say that pick guard, not bad.
Yeah.
It took the drilling. I expected it to break.
Yeah, but then it didn't take up the pot.
That's funny. It managed to handle a drill, but it couldn't handle a plastic volume. Strange things happen, man, when you modify a guitar. So without further ado, we introduce the MODcaster.
So this is what it finally looks like.
So as you guys can see here, this is the black and white aesthetic that we were talking about. This kill switch now, which is in place of the volume control. The volume control has been shifted below, and we have our tone control below that. Apart from this, the flat saddles, these amazing Fender staggered pole pickups, which we are going to see what they sound like. The Dario EXL 120 strings, the locking tuners. We've also got a custom branding sticker. So for a comparative perspective, we played the same riff that we had played earlier when we were doing the comparison of the stock MODcaster versus the Fender. We're playing the exact same riff. Now with the changes.
And one thing that the viewers have to keep in mind is the factor that just to kind of make it into an even fight, we change the strings of both the guitars.
That's right.
Both of them have new strings just to even out the battle.
For best results, make sure you use a really good pair of headphones or really good audio speakers. Okay, so that was
really
our new,
interesting.
that was our new MODcaster.
Yeah.
First things to note, those Fender Tex-Mex pickups.
They're loud.
They're loud, really hot, and that's a benefit of a staggered pole. In the earlier video, you would have heard that, the stock pickups that came with the MODcaster were really noisy and they kept humming a lot, but those hums have considerably reduced.
Not even considerably reduced. This is almost noiseless.
Close to nothing. It does have the Fender sound and the Fender aspect to it.
The dynamics is very
dynamics are
similar to
very
what
much
it has.
But of course, it's really hot compared to what the stock pickups on the Stratocaster are. This thing is really out there, really strong signals, and it's also retained some of the twanginess and added some warmth, which was needed in case of the
which
MODcaster.
is like very essential. Considering the stock pickups what we got on the Amaze guitar,
those were extremely
they were just jarring to hear.
Jarring and tinny. So good changes. They've definitely stepped it up. I'd say at this point the pickups have stepped up the game in comparison to the stock Stratocaster.
That's amazing in the sound quality. Like, you can know where everything is headed to.
However, though we would have to discuss, though the tonal aspects from the pickups are there are certain aspects that the MODcaster would not be able to acquire, especially from the neck, because
the
Stratocaster's
playability
neck
is
and
something that we
playability
cannot
different.
modify because the neck is built that way.
That is true. In fact, while I was playing the riff, I'm doing a lot of vibrato, and there is a noticeable difference in the way the fender
the
picks
kind
it
of
up.
feel once you go on the fret and kind of do those pull-offs, it feels more homely when you do it on an actual Fender C-neck when compared to the neck of our MODcaster.
Absolutely. Playability wise, I would say the MODcaster feels better now because the saddles are not irritating me anymore, and that volume knob was really irritating. If you've seen the last video, we had situations where the guitar kept going off because the hand brushes against it. And so that problem obviously solved. I think that kill switch was a decently good idea, so it works for us. And of course, this is the final price chart that we're putting up of the MODcaster now fully complete versus a stock Squire Affinity Series Stratocaster.
As you can see, I think the prices were pretty much almost in par with each other.
That is true.
So it all comes down to one, the tonal aspect of it, and how well known you are to modifying your own guitar.
Not only that, it now opens up options to you that, you know, if you are able to get the pickups you want, and of course, since it's customized, there's that personal aspect. Does it make sense to buy one really expensive guitar, or say maybe start off even with the Square Affinity series, and if you were to change the pickups, you could get something which is on a different level.
That is something which we hopefully can try out in the future episodes.
All is not finished though. Stay tuned for the next episode where we are going to have an in-depth analysis of customization, modification.
The whole process of modifying, the problems that you might face, the things that you need to keep in mind.
That's true.
Everything that you need to know before going into a customizing project.
We didn't want to extend this video log because there is a lot to talk about in that, and we want to go the whole 9 yards. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, what did you guys think about this video? What do you think about the MODcaster and how it sounds now? Do you guys have?
Which of the two do you like prefer? That is something that we want you guys to answer. Did you like the warm tone of the original Fender, or did you guys like the high output but kind of modulated sound? Polished sound of our MODcaster? Let us know in the comments below.
Give this video a thumbs up if you like what you see. Subscribe to us for more content. And as always,
stay metal.
We are dehydrated, watch TV, stay metal!
Stay metal.
Oh my god, this is much better what you imagined.